I admit it. I do this.
She does. Here's what she does. She goes to Mickey D's and orders the Happy Meal. She orders off the kids' menu all the time.
Yeah, not just Mickey D's, Zaxby's. If I go into a restaurant, I will ask, can I order off the kids' meal? Because I just don't need all the things. I don't need the entree, the two sides, the biscuits, the whatever.
And listen, serving sizes at restaurants, some of it, yeah. But I will say the more expensive the restaurant, the less you get.
Yes. They like to say it's small plate. No, it's half the portion. Just say
Right?
it. Just be honest.
Right? But for the most part, man, you get a lot of food.
Yeah.
I got something from a tropical grill that I still that one serving size for me from there is 2, which is great for me because I'll have a meal the next day.
Same thing. If I go into like a Japanese restaurant, hibachi or something like that, oh my goodness, which I love. Honestly, I can get about 3 meals out of it.
But I have to watch it because then I'll eat too much. So I can see why some people are literally ordering off the kids' menu because the serving size is a lot different.
But not every restaurant allows you to, because sometimes
Really?
No.
Oh, come on.
So
Really?
I'll say, can I order off the kids' menu? Because it'll say 10 or 12 or, years old or younger. But sometimes they still, if you ask, they're okay with it.
Of course.
But a lot of times, nope, sorry. And I get it. I totally get it. Because they're there to make money, not to make my life easier.
So Scott's daughter is a junior or senior?
She's a senior, 17.
She orders off their kids' menu.
Does she
does.
look
and here's
younger?
why.
Okay, go ahead.
She loves Kraft mac and cheese. Not any other mac and cheese. It has to be Kraft mac and cheese. And where do you find Kraft mac and cheese? Usually on the kids' menu.
For real?
And that's what she orders.
You do have to be careful, though, because sometimes you'll go to a restaurant that has mac and cheese on the kids' menu, but it's like artisan. And so it's all these, Gruyere cheese and these different types of cheese.
What'd you call it?
Gruyere. Like
No.
artisan.
Yeah.
Fancy.
Why don't you just say that?
Because I like the word artisan.
You're listening to Rob and Lizz in the morning.
His radio.
Here is an open mic that just came in through the My HISRadio app.
Hey guys, this is Leslie. That's a brilliant idea to order off the kids' menu to help with portion sizes. And it seems so duh, but I've never thought of that. So thank you.
You're welcome. That's something that Liz does. She orders off the kids' menu.
Yeah, I go through Panera. And I'll get the little kids menu because you get like the little tiny drink and the little tiny side. I'll go through. If I go through drive-thrus, that's typically what I'll get.
See, and then Scott's daughter, who is a senior in high school, does the same thing. I don't know if it's portion size. It's mainly because of the mac and cheese.
It's the mac and cheese, and it has to be Kraft mac and cheese. And typically that's what you'll find if you go to a restaurant on the kids' menu. They have mac and cheese, and it's always, I think 9 times out of 10, Kraft. And that's the only mac and cheese dish you'll eat.
Off the kids' menu.
Off the kids' menu.
There's another draw. It's all the toys that you get.
And she gets a lot of toys.
I get a lot of toys. I'll save some of them for the babies in the family.
Mm-hmm.
If you go to Zaxby's, they don't give a toy, but they give like a larger, I guess it's like a honeygram, sort of a goldfish.
Listen to her. She's like, she knows all about kid menus everywhere.
I really do. And there's one, so Olive Garden, like you can, I don't know if you can go in, what? I'm telling you, I know all the kids menus.
She does.
So if you go
I'm
to
shocked.
Olive Garden, if you get the to-go, their kids menu comes with a little salad, you get some breadsticks.
Good night.
And it's
Listen to this.
$5 or $6.
And she used a fancy word earlier about mac and cheese.
So sometimes you have to be really careful with grilled cheese that is on a kid's menu.
Just get to the word.
It's
what
artisan.
Was it? Artisan.
Yeah, because sometimes the fancier restaurants are artisan.
No. Ninja, what's it called? She's saying it wrong.
Artesian.
It's artesian.
I think it's artisan.
No, it's artesian.
I could be saying it incorrectly, and Ninja could be right. You could be right, but I think it's artisan.
I always thought it was artesian.
Or artisan.
It's artesian.
Okay, we're going to start saying it that way now?
I'm with Ninja. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Let's go, Ninja.
You're listening to Rob and Lizz in the morning.
His radio.
Liz says this word like this.
Artisan.
Ninja says
Artesian.
artesian. I'm siding with Ninja, just to let you know. I don't think it's, how do you say it?
Artisan.
It's artesian.
So we're talking about food.
Yeah.
like fancy,
Fancy
know.
food is
Or
artesian.
different. Well, it's
artesian.
Yeah, it's different.
It sounds. The food sounds good.
Yeah,
and you call it
artisan.
artesian.
Yeah. No, see, now you've got me saying artisan.
See, because it's so
Artisan.
natural.
No, it's
to
not
say it that way.
natural.
The people are chiming in on the open mic. This is
Artisan.
through the My HISRadio app that you can download off Google Play and the App Store. Inside the app, not only can you listen, but you can record a thought, which is on the open mic. This just came in on the open mic.
Hey guys, good morning. Just a correction. Liz is right.
No.
Artisan has to do with a craft worker or something that's handcrafted. Artesian refers to a well, like an artesian well down into the dirt strata or the earth strata. Anyway, have a great morning.
Okay, so it is right. It's artesian,
My 3 favorite words in the English language.
What?
Liz is right.
I guess.
Artisan.
So Elka. Oh, first, Elka, I love your name. I love your name,
right?
Elka. Okay, Elka, what are your thoughts?
I just wanted y'all to know that it is artisan. It's not artesian.
No,
It is artisan.
it's artesian.
No, it's not.
It is. Oh, it's
artisan.
artesian. Have you seen the word?
The
Have
word-
you look at the word?
I'm sorry. I'm very sorry, but it's French and it's artisan.
They might say that in France, but when you're in America,
No,
in
you-
it's artesian.
I'm sorry, but if you YouTube it
Elka, I
and they
love
tell
you.
you how to say it in France and in England and all over the world, it's artisan.
Do you know what French fry is in France?
No, what is it?
French fry.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
It's Rob and Liz in the morning. His radio.
I think they should call this award the Hammy. It's the 2023 Ham Bone Award nominees.
Ham bone.
Yeah. It's for dogs and cats.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay, it's
wait
by-
a minute.
It's
Cats and bones?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I guess. I guess they're not supposed to eat bones. I don't know. I don't have a cat. But it's from an insurance company nationwide that sells pet insurance.
Oh, they're on your side.
So they are. It's unique insurance claims for animals. And so they give out, here's why they even started the Ham Bone Awards or the Hammies. There was a dog. There was an insurance claim because this dog got himself stuck in a refrigerator and ate an entire ham. And he did not feel well.
I'm
after that
sure of
happened.
that.
So they started these Ham Bone Awards to see, the wildest claims. So there was a cat in New York that got stuck and got hurt in a folding couch. A folding couch.
Oh, that's sad.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Then there's another one, a Labrador who took his crate and kind of shimmied all the way across the room just so he could eat 3 telephone charger cords.
Nice.
So, no, not nice. It hurt a little tummy.
Well, I'm sure it did. But all these animals are okay, right?
They're all okay, or they would
Okay.
not make fun. Because, you can laugh about things once you get past them.
That's
right?
true. Okay.
So that's what they're doing now. And so they're having the awards again. And if you have one of these pets that has done one of these crazy things and you had to, make a claim for insurance or even not, you could win a gift card and win the Ham Bone Award
A ham bone
for
award.
2023.
For a cat?
Or a dog.
But
or
a cat. Cats don't eat bones. I mean, Scott will tell you that.
Well, do
Yeah,
they?
my cat eats plastic.
See?
That's not a bone.
That's
No,
not a bone.
Could be a plastic bone in a Lego set, maybe, possibly.
Well, then there.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Fledge is spending some time with us this morning at 800-447-7234. Okay, something happened with the kids at one time. Your mother or mother-in-law had to tell you about. What was it?
My mother-in-law picked me up at the airport and was distraught. She goes, I have to tell you first before you hear, I was putting up the Christmas tree and your second child, Keaton, was eating the bulbs.
Glass?
I don't know what they made of, but she was so terrified that he would be poisoned and die and all that. But she just heard this crunching, and she turned around, and my little boy, who was like 2 years old, was sitting there crunching on a light bulb from the Christmas tree. But she was so adamant to pick me up and tell me first before anyone else told me that it happened.
Maybe, Mama, give him a digestive biscuit next time.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
There's this woman, she was looking for just some kind of a deal. She went to a thrift store in Alabama, and she's looking around. She and her friend says, come here, you got to look at this wedding dress. It's gorgeous. So she goes over, she looks at the wedding dress. She's like, you know what? That is beautiful. beautiful. They look at the designer, and it's Galia Lahav. Now, I am not familiar with this designer, but just in looking her up, I mean, her dresses are expensive.
Okay.
So it's a $6,000 dress that somebody just took to the Goodwill. So this woman went to the thrift store, got it for $25. Here's the thing. She's not engaged.
Huh?
She went ahead because it fit perfectly. She bought this dress.
Evidently, they knew who this designer was.
Evidently they did, or maybe they looked it up because, you can Google that kind of thing pretty quickly. But got it for $25. Found out this dress worth $6,000. She does have a boyfriend. His name's Nick. A little nervous today.
I would imagine. Sorry about that, Nick.
Rob and Lizz.
His morning crew.
Rika is on her way doing errands, going to work, something. She's in the car. She's in Jacksonville, and she comes up to an intersection, and she sees a guy kind of standing in the middle right there on the median. She looks over, and he's got a sign that says, "Have a wonderful day. I love you."
Oh.
And then she sees that he has another sign, and it says, "You are relevant." Okay, so he's showing all of these different signs, and they've got hearts on them, and he's got a nice little smile on his face, and she's like, "Oh, that is so cool." So she starts to take a picture of him. He walks over to her vehicle and hands her a sunflower.
Really?
And so I guess they have like a little teeny tiny conversation because, there's a green light that's about to come. And he's just like, "I just want to make people smile. I just want to let people know that they are loved."
Well, that's nice of him.
Isn't that cool? And he stayed there for hours just passing out flowers to random people and holding the sign. What a great reminder. Like, you may know that in your heart that you are relevant, you are seen, you are heard, but it's so nice to see, even from someone you don't know, a stranger, that says that's absolutely true.
Good on him.
Good
for
on
doing
him.
something like that. Not, when I hear from somebody just at random that just kind of encouraged me a little bit, it does help.
Well, there are natural encouragers. We had a lady that we went to church with named Karen, just a natural-born encourager. I wanted to be around her all the time, not because I wanted, a pat on the back all the time, but to hear her talk about somebody else encouraging, it uplifts your spirit. And if we could all, and that I'm talking to me here, encourage a little more, change somebody's day.
Rob and Lizz.
His morning crew.
I love a good giveaway, but I don't think I'm down with this one. Rob and Lizz in the morning, his radio.
Well, here's the thing. If you know anybody who's a candy corn fan, the opposite of Scott Watson, because he's not a candy corn fan at all.
Nope, never. I don't remember a time I've ever liked candy corn.
Well, I'm sorry
You
for
can have it all.
I'm sorry for you. But here's what the makers of candy corn are doing. They're Brock's, right?
Yep, that's
Brock's,
it.
because I remember seeing that on the box. They're Brock's. They make the candy corn, so they have this new candy corn club that you can win an opportunity to be a part of, and it's like a subscription to candy corn the entire year if you win it.
So
The entire year, and it will go with the theme of what the part of the year is. Like on Easter are all different colors, right?
Right.
Yeah,
And
so the candy corn will be that.
So I know it in the fall because I've been looking for it and I can't find it anywhere. They do like a autumn harvest mix or something, and it's the deeper colors like the browns and the oranges, so it's a little deeper, warmer than. Cause I don't eat it. Candy corn. So
You and Scott have something in common then.
See?
but I decorate with it.
Huh?
And so like you can put it. Here's what I do. I have a vase. It's a clear vase, and I put the candy corn in it, and then you can put flowers in it, or you can just leave it the way it is
Doesn't that
in the
attract
vase.
bugs?
No, not at all. They don't
Really?
want it either.
Candy.
Rob and Lizz.
His morning crew.
Route 60 sounds interesting. It's not like Route 66 or anything like that, and Route 60 does not exist in the United States as the biblical highway. The Bible highway. This is the original Bible Belt, some people are calling this. Route 60 is like this ancient path that goes from Nazareth to Beersheba. And here's the thing. This is what prophets and Jesus traveled on back in the biblical days. And so there is now a movie that is out in about 1,500 theaters. It's called Route 60, The Biblical Highway. And there is a former U.S. Secretary of State and a a son of a rabbi who was a U.S. ambassador of Israel, and they're traveling this road, and they're showing all the history and talking to people, and what I understand, that Route 60, the biblical highway in the theaters, it's just amazing to watch.
Yeah, I have kind of looked around to see, if it's playing anywhere near here. And there's quite a few because it's in 1,500 theaters, which is pretty cool. But yeah, Mike Pompeo, who, even when he was Secretary of State, was very open about his faith and his belief in Christ. Well, what they're saying about this movie is that it's good for everyone, whether you're into it for the history or, like Mike Pompeo and we are believers, you're going to be all in on this movie. And it's some of it is things that we've never heard before or never seen before, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. And you read about it in the Bible and you're like, wow, this is all coming to life. And it does in this movie. So it's in 1,500 theaters right now, and it's called Route 60.